Shalom, family, and I hope all is well. I'm Yashar'el from Yashar'el Truth Ministries. Today, I want to speak to you about Christmas. I was asked about it, and I just want to elaborate on it a little bit. I do not celebrate Christmas, nor do my home, nor do my ministry. If anybody in my ministry is celebrating Christmas, they're probably not going to invite me over at this particular time. And that's fine. I cannot tell a man or woman what to do in their house. I can just tell them what scriptures say about it. And of course, I do come from Jeremiah 10, 1 through 5, when it speaks of cutting of the tree and decking it with silver and gold. A lot of people on this app I've ran across, they say that it's not talking about that, it's talking about idolizing trees. Hey, maybe I got a different understanding than you get, but from my understanding, it's speaking about a Christmas tree. And then I heard that they said that this is a tradition of ours, and we always did it, and we're going to continue to do it, and then it speaks of traditions in Colossians 2 and 8 and Mark 7 and 13. It speaks of traditions, what we should, we shouldn't be even doing traditions, especially when they're going against the word of the Most High. Now, the little kid asked me why I don't celebrate it, because he really can't comprehend the scriptures that I'm putting out. So I just said, hey, the Messiah, the Mashiach, it's not biblical. Christmas is not in the Bible. Thanksgiving is not in the Bible. The New Year's that we celebrate is not in the Bible. That the world celebrate. The one that we celebrate in between March and April is in the Bible. So, as I'm speaking of these things, you can see he's getting deflated. And I don't want to steal nobody's joy. I don't want to be looked at as the Grinch, But at the same time, I have to be honest. I have to be transparent. I have to tell you what the scriptures is speaking of, especially when it comes to these holidays. And these holidays is not biblical. They're not in the Bible. And we should be walking and following the footsteps of the Mashiach. To the world, that's Jesus Christ. I believe in using the Hebrew term, the Mashiach. Yahusha HaMashiach. We should be looking how he walked and how he lived. Can we live that perfect life? No, we cannot. I don't think a man and woman on earth can live this life without sin. And anybody who's saying, I don't sin, you's a liar, and the truth ain't in you. And yes, Minister Al just called you a liar. But I'm just saying, I know it's hard. I know it's hard, especially when you have celebrated these things your whole life. But you got to find a way to get past this. You got to find a way to occupy your time. Especially if you got little kids, you just got to sit them down and tell them, that we can't do this anymore. I had kids at the time when we stopped. When I stopped celebrating these Christmas festivities, and was it difficult for my household? Yes, because my kids still wanted to put up Christmas trees. I think my wife loved the lights. So it was difficult at that time, but I had to hold firm and be the leader of my home and the leader of my family. I had to hold firm to that and know what the Most High was calling us out of. So if anybody out there celebrating Christmas, I'm asking you to do a deep dive. I'm asking you to go to the Most High and seek his understanding and wisdom about this, because it is a pagan holiday and it is tradition and it is all kind of wicked stuff. Saturnalia, all kind of stuff went on during this time of orgies and pagan orgies and all that. So take in consideration of what you're participating in. And with that said, people, I'm Minister Al from Yashar'el Truth Ministries. Peace and shalom.